Bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I.
Becky Thompson has spent most of her life loving music, but with the high notes come the low. And for the past 50 years, Becky has also been battling what she calls various cancer skirmishes. Her breast cancer led to a mastectomy and then numerous surgeries to remove recurrent skin cancer from her face.
And when I went to Sunnybrook and my nose was removed, I was told they would continue to excise until they got clean edges. Again, I didn't know how much of my face would be left. And sometimes it's not the decision that you'd like to make, but if it's going to improve your health, I think you have to take a chance.
The surgery left Becky with a different face and in a different place in her cancer journey.
It changes your whole appearance, and no one knows what to do for you, including yourself at first.
Let's just try this on for a second.
But Becky did find help and hope here at Sunnybrook's Craniofacial Prosthetics Unit. One of only 2 dedicated hospital centers in Canada, this multidisciplinary team of highly trained experts meticulously rebuild ears, noses, cheeks, foreheads, and eye sockets. The sum of these parts being an identity that patients can then carry on with, says clinical anaplastologist David Morrison.
Everyone sees our patients walking in. They're all sitting out there in their atrium between appointments, out there with bandages and plasters on their faces, and everyone sees them out there and they all see them walking in, but nobody ever sees them leave when they're done.
That's testament to the work Morrison does with fellow anaplastologist Todd Kuban.
The first thing that we do is we'll plan for where the implants are going to go.
Each prosthesis can take up to 2 weeks to complete. After initial impressions of the defect site are made, a wax prosthesis is sculpted. Then this creates the silicone prosthesis that will be fitted to the patient and is entirely custom color matched to the patient's complexion. No detail is overlooked, so in the end, the prosthesis has all the same blemishes, freckles, and moles as the rest of the patient's face.
They're not like special effects pieces. Most people think they are. Special effects pieces are beautiful, of course, but they only last a day. Ours are designed to last 2 years at least.
Often things like reading glasses and facial hair are used to help disguise where the silicone blends into the rest of the skin. Becky initially had to glue her prosthetic nose on using a medical-grade adhesive, but eventually had surgery to insert titanium studs for a more permanent fit.
I like to brag about how great the guys are, so you ready for this? Show and tell? Bring and brag? There we are. See, this is my little railroad here, my titanium studs.
It's an option for some patients, but Kuban says the decision on whether or not to even get a prosthesis is an individual one. Every year, between 50 to 70 patients come through the doors of this clinic. While the numbers are small, Kuban says the impact is huge.
They can go out in public and feel comfortable about themselves and not worry that they're being looked at. But ultimately, the main goal is we want to get the patient comfortable with the way they are without the prosthesis, because that's the way they're only going to be really truly comfortable with themselves.
Since 1989, Becky has been a volunteer for About Face, an organization founded to support people with facial differences. By sharing her story, she hopes to help others like her.
You have to have some sort of belief in yourself and belief in you. Finding a good medical team is part of the I think the biggest concern. And I talk about Sunnybrook all the time, about it being in a desert of cancer, my oasis.
This is the nice one. This is your Sunday one. This is really nice.
With Sunnyview, I'm Monica Mattis.